got big past on the way to school, fell through a storm. Away to times like this, to cloud like this, eagles of the planet, of the planet, of the planet, of the planet. All right, y'all, so we're going to be doing this a little bit differently compared to last album, The Story Worth Telling. We did studio sessions live on the channel. Subscribe, Ashley Nicole Music, hit the notification bell to be notified new content when I go live to record music, all the things. This album's not gonna be that different, other than we have these pre-production songwriting sessions pre-recorded, and then we're also gonna do the live sessions where we actually produce the tracks for this album. If you're tuned in, you're tuned into Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. My name is Ashley Nicole. I'm a divine human, angelic presence just like you. We are in the second coming of Christ, the mass awakening, where we're awakening from our inner space to the remembrance of our divine wisdoms, to the remembrance of our divine intelligence beyond the paradigms of limitation. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah, the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, the Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are one energy. That one energy is at the same time limitless, infinite, having human experiences in order to assist with the growing and evolving divine creation, infinite creation of the oneness of all things, also known as Hashem, Shekinah, Allah, the Most High, Brahman, God. Within our humanism, one way that I heal, one creative outlet that I use, creative source, creative outlet, creative talent, creative divine alchemy that I utilize to heal and to dig within my inner space, to find energies, to be led to find energies of healing, deciphering the energies using my spiritual gifts. I'm a shaman mama. I have mediumship abilities, psychic abilities, ESP. You know, it's one with being, remembered as a divine human, and remember that we are limitless. That I am, you are limitless. Awakening to our extrasensory perception beyond sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch. So I use my psychic abilities, mediumship, shaman mama capabilities, ESP, extrasensory perception, to dig within my inner space, convene with the ancestral forces of the self or the divine, Allah, Hashem, Shekinah, limitless potentials, infinite divine creation, to heal myself, to heal my energy. All is energy. We are frequencies or energies. I dig within my inner space to heal my energy while I create music. To share my energy, my healing energies, healing wisdoms in the music. This is night one of the writing sessions for the album. I want to call it Self-Love, a Goddess's Story, a Goddess Story. Self-Love, a Goddess Story is the name of the album. Self-Love, a Goddess Story is the name of the album. A Goddess's Story isn't. Self-Love, a Goddess's Story is the name of the album. So, y'all, this first song that we're working on, let me start by saying I've been writing music since I was a kid. I love music since I can remember. You know, I've been a fan of music for a long time. I love music since I can remember. I've been writing music for a long time. I asked the divine, my soul, my inner space, God, to teach me how to write music. The first song I tried to write in my room when I was like 11, 12 maybe. I tried to write a song, and it came out. It came out stepping in a room with Gucci shoes. So I stepped into the room with Gucci shoes, and I was like, I just sat there. I was like, this don't feel right. I was like, this don't feel right. And I asked God. I asked my inner space. I said, God, you know, teach me how to write music. And I started, you know, activating, and my energy started activating, and I started to experience. Hindsight's 20/20. Did I know this at 10, 11, 12, 13? No. My inner space started activating, and I started manifesting things in my reality to experience me, or to grow me, to evolve me into maturation or wisdoms through the experiences that I had. So I met a boy. It doesn't always go like that, baby. So I met a boy, right, baby, and hindsight's 20/20, baby. This is deep, cause like, oh, baby, I wish I used to be like, I wish I never would have experienced that with this gentleman. And my soul, my ancestral forces were like, my soul, my ancestral forces, me, we are one. Was like, hey, Ashley, we needed you to experience some stuff for your divine evolution, to work our karma. Karma is divine evolution. It's divine remembrance, garnering wisdoms, experiencing wisdoms, creating new wisdoms through the things that we experience within ourselves, within our reality, with ourselves, with other people. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, baby, that situation that you had with that boy, that young gentleman was the safest place for you to experience what we needed you to experience for your soul's evolution. So now these days I'm more grateful. When I was a young avatar, when I was a young body, when my body was only aged 12, 13 years old, and I channeled this song, wrote this song from my inner space, from my experience, I didn't remember all of this. My ancestral forces backed off when I was young, because I used to speak to my ancestors when I was young. And one day my mom was like, Ashley, who are you speaking to? I'm like, baby, 6 years old. My soul said 4 or 5. I was like 4 or 5, 6 years old. My soul was like, I used to speak with my ancestors a lot. My soul was like, my mom was like, hey, Ashley, who are you speaking to? An imaginary friend? And I was just like, I was confused. I was like, imaginary friend. I was like, my soul, my ancestors, a spirit. But I just got nervous. I got scared. I got nervous and scared because hindsight's 20/20. I was having past life remembrances of, there's like the witch wound where you're scared to be your magic or be your divine presence. You're scared of persecution. So I got scared. My mom was like, hey, Ashley, who you talking to? Imaginary friend? I got scared. My ancestral forces were like, hey, Ashley, we backed off of you. But we backed up off of you. We stopped asking you questions. We stopped prying. We made you seem like you were just having epiphanies in your inner space because we didn't want people to think you was crazy. We didn't want you to think you were crazy. So we just backed off, and we just spoke to you through you in your inner space as epiphanies or thought patterns, all the things. So when I was 13 years old and I channeled this song after having an experience with this gentleman in like high school, freshman, sophomore year, did I remember? I had to be like 13, 14. Did I remember all of this? No. No, I did not. No, I did not. This first song that we're creating, channeling with the universe is the oneness of all things, the ethers, the ancestral forces, the self. This first song is going to be a letter, like a song, or a letter, a response to the 13, 14-year-old Ashley that channeled this song. So I'm basically tapping into the energies of my 13, 14-year-olds, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds. So, because truly we're working off the same energies all of our lives. So even if you're 50 years old, understand that you're still working through, you're experiencing energies that you did when you were 5 years old. You're just experiencing it at a different dimension or a different vibration. So I'm tapping in with my 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old self. Right, I used to sit in my room all day, listening to R&B music and just like cry and be in my feelings and stuff. Hindsight's 2020, full circle moment. We all share an energy. Humanity, we share an energy that comes in infinite, presents or manifests in infinite combinations or in infinite ways. So really, I was healing myself and healing, humanity to help uplift all things. Again, I didn't remember this when I was in my room crying when I was a kid, listening to the Keisha Cole and gosh darn Alicia Keys and gosh darn all the things. So this first song, writing a letter to my younger self, my 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old self, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm just kidding. Writing a letter to my younger self. Because, we're always... Again, only evolving our energy into new perspectives and new dimensions. So this song, baby, full circle moment. Let's say that, full circle moment. We're always ancient souls, even when we're like 0 years old or like when we're first born. We're always only ancient, remembered souls with infinite experiences, all the things. We just experience our infinite energies in different dimensions, to grow us and evolve us into different dimensions or perspectives or limitless potentials or divine presence. We're talking existential nature. We're talking existential nature. Hazel, back up. Back it up, Hazel. Back it up. That's Hazel right there, my puppy. Back it up, Hazel. Okay, we're talking existential nature here. Okay, we're going to sing the song. It's called Truth or Lie. Y'all, this is literally the sheet of paper. Baby, this is from 2013. These days, like papyrus. This is like papyrus, baby. I need to put this in a frame, baby. This is an antique. This antique paper. 2013, and it looks good too. Paper look good, baby. It has a little watermark right there, but baby, paper look good, right? Whoa, it's literally May 28th. 2013. The song's called Truth or Lie. Okay, I'm gonna sing it. I've seen this before in content, like for the Goddess Sings album, the Storytime. I sang this in there, so we're gonna sing it again. Full circle moment. Full circle moment. Alert, alert. Same energy, different degrees, different perspectives, evolved, all the things. All right. Truth or Lie. There's a lie behind all of your truth, 'cause what it means to me, it doesn't mean to you. So tell me, am I wasting my time? Are you really for me? Are you really mine? True story, no fiction. You were my addiction. I loved you. I needed you till I figured that love is in pain. I won't love, I need you again. No. And then I repeat it again. There's a lie behind all of your truth. 'Cause what it means to me, it doesn't mean to you. So tell me, am I wasting my time? Are you really for me? Are you really mine? I can literally do the math. It says 2013, 2025. Really mine? This was 12 years ago. Dang, barely. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I wrote this way later. I wrote it out way later. I actually originally wrote this song when I was like 10, 11, 12. I put it on paper way later. I was like, hold up, that math don't match. I put it on paper way later. So if this was from the original time, it would have really looked like papyrus. I wrote this way later. Okay. I was like, this math is not mathing. Really for me? Or somebody is like, maybe in the ethers asking the question, hey, Ashley, it's 2025, 2013. You was... I wrote it out on paper later so I could remember. Okay. Second verse. You say you love me, you say. I don't remember this verse. Babe, we didn't get this in Goddess Sings, y'all. That's how you know I needed to write it down. We didn't get this verse in Goddess Sings. I don't even remember this verse. I don't remember the melody. You say you love me. Love isn't pain. You say I'm perfect, but there you go again. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, shoot. I don't remember this verse at all, y'all. Ooh, Ashley. We gonna heal up about this. Let me get my gosh darn highlighter out. I don't remember this verse at all, but I know this energy. I think we all do. Because we're humans. But I hope let's evolve it. I hope you're not intimate with this energy. I hope it's healed in your ancestral lineage to help heal and uplift all of humanity. You say you love me. Love isn't pain. I'm making up this melody right now on the spot. You say you love me, love isn't pain. You say I'm perfect, but there you go again, entertaining them other chicks. You tell them I'm that other chick. We draw a line in the sand. Imaginary to you because there was never commitment. Oh my gosh, baby, I felt that in the lower chamber of my left ventricle aorta. Whoa. You say you love me, love isn't pain. You say I'm perfect, but there you go again, entertaining them other chicks. You telling them that I'm that other chick. We draw a line in the sand. Imaginary to you because there was never commitment. There's a lie behind all of your truth, cause what it means to me, it doesn't mean to you. So tell me, am I wasting my time? Are you really for me? Are you really mine? You broke my heart. I'm ashamed. Thought it was true love. Never again. Eyes to the future. My past shall remain. There's a lie behind all of your truth. But here's a thank you from me to you. You are my lows, but here's to my highs. 3, 2, 1, lift off from the last goodbye. Let me be with myself for a second. Let me just hold myself. True story. I don't want to love it, care anymore. Let's walk out that door. I said I don't want to love it, care anymore. Let's walk out that door. True story, no fiction. You are my addiction. I loved you. I needed you till I figured that love isn't pain. I won't love and need you again. No. A broken heart can do that to you. How could you break my heart, do that to me? I don't wanna love or care anymore. Love walked out that door. Love don't live here anymore. I hear chatter from the peanut gallery in the ethers. I wrote this song when I was like 11, 12, 13, 14. I asked to learn how to write when I was 11. And then I had experiences in high school that activated me into divine remembrance of wisdoms and experience for evolution, rapid evolution. And I have a new level of gratitude for high school. I used to be pessimistic about it. I called it a cesspool, a karmic cesspool in my podcast. Keeping Up Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. I channel, share my divine wisdoms from my soul, from my inner space, prophecies, dimensions of our existential natures as told by my soul, as shared by my soul. Whatever resonates with your heart space, we're more than welcome to, align with it, learn from it, grow with it, the podcast, grow from it. Whatever doesn't resonate with your heart space, you can leave it. Again, Keeping Up Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. I channeled in my podcast. I said high school was a karmic cesspool. Like literally when I was in the shower a second ago, I was like with the soul space, like higher dimensional beings and stuff. They were helping me heal my inner space, and we were just having an intellectual, we were having a powwow session, intellectual wisdom powwow session. And they were like, thank you for, your experience in high school. Because your experience in high school, you and all of your friends and every person in the school, y'all are energies that help sort out and evolve and grow into greater balance, the energy that is all things through y'all's experience. They're like, high school is like a highway of just so many experiences and dimensions, drama, happy, joy, sadness, depression, all the things. And all those experiences had all those emotions and energies. It's us balancing out and creating evolution. So the energies were like, thank you for your experience, and helped me perceive high school in a more optimistic and have a more optimistic, grateful disposition in regards to my experience in high school. Yeah. So I help myself. So this song tonight is writing back my younger self. Not gonna lie to y'all, I already started writing it. I already started healing up about it. Already started writing it. And y'all, I want to make this kind of fun. I want to make it fun. So guess what? I got the headphones. Why, Ashley? Because y'all can't hear the instrumental until production night. Until we get into the studio in my room production session. I don't want y'all to hear the instrumental on this one. Now, granted, there's a good chance you've already heard the song. But it just gives different layers to the experience of the makings of the song. So we're gonna keep and then some of you haven't heard the song yet because you're early on the Ashley Nicole music drops, so you haven't heard the song yet. So you haven't heard the song yet because the song is going to be published last. So we'll have the writing sessions videos, we have the production session videos, and then the song will come after that. The song published after this. All right, y'all. So y'all I'm gonna vocalize and tell y'all what we saying and stuff. Y'all gonna get the lyrics, but you're not gonna get. Hold on, let me turn my lights on. My lights are on. You're not gonna get. I love these headphones. They're so cute. You're not gonna get the instrumental, but you're gonna get the lyrics. The song is called Right Now. Now, I got some energetic inspiration, probably healing frequencies from the people, the beings of this group, the barge. I like it. I love it. I like it. That song came to my inner space when I was manifesting, co-creating just a few hours ago, getting all the divine creative flow for this song, this writing session. The bars, I like it, came to my energy. And I went to go listen to the song. I was like, ooh, I like it. I really, really like it. I love this song, right? So, and I know the divine channel to my inner space. It's in my podcast. I say it often. Every being that you come into contact with, we're all celestial universal forces. Our perspective of this is what changes. We're all limitless potentials. Our perspective of this was what changes. My soul, the divine God, was like, even if you pass somebody in the grocery store or walking down the street, y'all passed each other for a divine reason, because y'all both have energies or codes in your frequency that you exchange when you pass each other through your aura, through your energetic field, that each person needs for the evolution of the makings of them. So I was guided to go listen to the bars. I like it came to my inner space. I had to go find it. In my inner space, I heard, felt, experienced. I like it. I love it. I really, really like it. I want it. I find it. I call it. We enjoy it. And I was like, I couldn't remember what song it was. I had to figure it out. And then I finally figured it out. The bars, I like it. So I was guided to go listen to that. So I'm pretty sure, well, I'm getting the divine remembrance, divine correspondence, divine epiphany that I was guided to go listen, because the individuals in the group, the bars, they had energies that I needed to experience for my evolution, for the make it to me. I don't know if we're gonna sonically hear it in the song, but I know it's gonna be in the frequency, the healing energies. So this is great. And thank you, Devarge. Okay, y'all. So the song is called Right Now. Let's go ahead and write it on the paper right now. And baby, it's existential wisdoms, remembrance, healing for myself, inner child, girl, lady, woman. And I hope it is existential healing for yourself, your energy as well. This is the intentions. So we are at 7/24/2025. Right now. Write it right now. All right, let's pull up the instrumental that y'all can't hear till later. I will tell you it's R&B. You might already know this, but you might not. I will tell you it's R&B, and it's nice. It's lovely. It's R&B vibes with like 808 kick to it, like 808 dimensions, vibrations, drums and things, kicks, snares. Oh, y'all. Okay, for this first line, I know I want to say this. I want to say, again, I channeled this to my inner space. I get the guidance to healing, the words to speak. Because the words that I speak, sing into my music, is words to heal me and grow me into more evolved, limitless, well-balanced dimensions of myself, of the self. To be a healing, balancing force for whoever experiences my presence. So I know this first line I want to say, let me pull it up. Y'all, let me pull it up. Yep. I think I kept it on my phone. I'm recording on my phone. Let me see if I can remember it. I'm bouncing around the dimensions. When I start getting into channeling music, I'll be bouncing around different dimensions, frequencies. When I say dimensions, I mean frequencies. I start embodying different frequencies that, you know, okay, let me just play the instrumental, and I'm sure it'll come back to me. I'm sure, baby, what I was gonna say on the intro. of the song. I'm sure it's gonna come back to me. Let me just play the instrumental. Space and time, paradise, nature, form to my limitless nature. Existing, the first lyrics, existing within paradigm, existing within space and time, existing within space and time, and paradigms to bring form to my limitless nature. Existing within paradigms, existing within space and time, paradigms to bring form to my, existing within space and time, paradigms bringing form to my limitless nature. Let's put this like intro. Existing within space and time, paradigms, existing within space and time, paradigms, bringing form to my limitless nature. All right, let's sing it to remember. I'm going to sing it into my computer and leave it as a voice note. So I'll have it for the studio session. Existed, space and time, paradigm, bringing form to my limitless nature. I really want it to be soulful. We're gonna make this soulful. Creation, my creation, limitless nature, divine creation, limitless nature, divine creation, claiming my divine creation, embodying my divine creation, existing within space and time, paradigms, bringing form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation, embodying my divine creation, embodying my divine creation. I'm gonna sing with the beat, instrumental. Existing within space and time, paradigm, bringing form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation. Ooh, and I like it. Let me go ahead and record it. We're gonna move to the next line, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You just stay. Hold up 1 minute. Hold up. Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a second. I have a mic on here. I'll use my mic for this. Singing to the mic. So I was like, I have my headphones plugged in. I don't know if my computer's gonna catch up. I gotta have a mic. Where's my thing at? Is it? Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my thing. My thing. Well, let me see if oh no, never mind. Forget it. Scratch it. I'll just sing into the computer, not the mic. Sing it to the computer, not the mic. Existing within space and time, paradigm, bringing form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation. All right, that's great. That's great. All right, we're gonna name this right now. Name the recording right now. Lyric session 1. Right now, lyric session. Let's put the number here. 1. All right, y'all. Let's get to the next lines. Okay, let me pull up the instrumental. I really want to sing it to myself because I'm embodying the energies of my younger self right now, right? Because I set the intentions to. I really want to sing it to myself, divine remembrance. Because when I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I didn't remember the things that are my existential nature. And I didn't remember the divine wisdoms that I'm consciously aware of now, that I've always been in my inner space, you know, for me to retrieve and become consciously aware of. For my subconscious existence or my subconscious mind, bring it these existential wisdoms and remembrances of my divine nature, as well as, you know, within your inner space, you have existential remembrance within your divine nature. Existential remembrance of your divine nature. We're truly mirrors. We're truly one. Again, whatever resonates to your soul, your spirit, you're more than welcome to align with it. I don't remember these. I didn't consciously remember these existential wisdoms when I was young. When I was a kid. So I want to sing these remembrances that were in my subconscious mind at the time. They're now in my conscious mind. I'm consciously aware of these divine remembrances of the energy that we are, of the nature that we are, of our limitless potentials. And I want to sing this into you, myself, and every dimension of myself, to rise myself into alignment with my limitless nature. Which let me share the Kingdom Things podcast, Human Dharmic Purpose. I channel from the oneness of all things of the divine. The oneness of all things is infinite, limitless. It's limitless frequencies, limitless remembrances, limitless divine wisdoms. I channel from the oneness of all things that humanity, we were created to awaken into the remembrance that we're limitless, to the conscious awareness that we're limitless, to the conscious embodiment of our limitless nature, and journey reality with an inquisitive disposition, to grow and evolve into more balance and wellness, joy, to make decisions, to create lives and a human culture that mirrors our balance, wellness, limitless potentials, and joy. This is a human dharmic purpose. The divine wants to see, what do we create? I actually channeled the Kingdom Things podcast 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, the divine says we're going to be in a state of consciousness expansion, consciousness awareness. And this is from my inner space. Using my shaman mama capabilities, my ESP, I get these divine revelations from the oneness of all things, and I share them as a part of my dharmic purpose, or the reason why I came into existence, to share these wisdoms. By the year 2033, the divine says we will be a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking was all a part of our gestational phase, or part of the, when we were in the womb of creation, the womb of the galaxy, womb of the universes, where we were being prepared or experiencing experiences to evolve us into the masters of unconditional love in which we are created to be. Unconditional love being the mastery of the universal principle of correspondence and so many other infinite universal principles and understandings that we are one with all things. Journeying our reality with the remembrance that we are one with all things. We are all things. The divine wants to see, what do we create? We know for sure, the prophecy, the divine says, y'all going to be a human culture. Y'all going to understand that y'all are a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As all of these situations, these manifestations, these co-creations was a part of the makings of us to evolve us into evolution or mastery of our oneness with all things, of our limitless potentials. Existing within space and time. Paradigms. We know through our sciences, space and time, theory of relativity, Einstein's theory of relativity, space and time are relative. Or they exist through the perception of the perceiver. Or what is a paradigm? Or a belief system. Space and time are belief systems. Existing within space and time. Paradigms. Bringing form to my limitless nature. We know through our sciences all things are energy. And then paradigms beyond the paradigm of energy. And energy is lucid, elusive. Existing within space and time. Paradigms. Bringing form to my limitless nature. We perceive reality as we think or as we are, or as the understandings in which we hold. Paradigms bringing form to my limitless nature. Embodying my divine creation. The way we perceive, the way we think, the energies we hold, co-create our existence, symbiotically our reality. And this is divine creation. Existence within space and time, paradise, bringing form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into the first verse. My heart is overflowing with healing energies. I hope you feel them. I hope you receive them. Do not replace any of your professional medical advice with my music or my podcast or any of my other content. All right, y'all, the first verse. I've already written it, kind of. Let me listen to it, and we gonna jam out. That's not the first. That's some beautiful existential wisdom I'm excited to share. That's not the first verse. Bless me. That's not the first verse. Let's see. Let's find it. That's not the first verse. That's good. That's good too. I'm clicking around here in my voice memos. Let me find the first verse. Okay, we gotta write the beginning of the first verse, because this feels like what I have. It feels like more of like a climactical. So this would be like the second half. It's a climactical disposition. This will be the second half of the first verse, and it goes, right now you're moving through vibrations. Right now you're moving through vibrations to uplift many nations. When I say nations, I mean realms and planets and other things. Your synapses will soon understand. Ooh. Ooh. That's my soul speaking to me, through me. Whoever else, maybe whoever else feels it, you know. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be the first verse. I mean the first half of the first verse. Everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan. So let's put verse 1. Everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan. That's done and said is a part of a bigger plan. I'm so excited to kind of break it up and do the lyric videos and then do the production sessions so we can really dig into the lyrics. Everything that's done and said is a part of a, what is it? Is it say bigger plan or master plan? Is a part of a bigger plan. Talking existential wisdom, existential nature. A divine puzzle. A divine puzzle. Trust in your inner space. A divine puzzle. Trust in your inner space. Yes, Hazel girl. Hazel, go sit down, please, mama. Trust in your inner space. It is time to go eat. It's like 3 o'clock on the dot. Maybe she knows her dinner time. One thing about Miss Hazel girl. She know her dinner time, baby. It's 3 o'clock. She's like, it's just time to go eat. Looking all up on her nose. Give me 30 minutes. I'm about, probably like 30, 45, an hour. Go sit down. We're about to go eat. Give me a second. A divine puzzle, trust in your inner space. Everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan. A divine puzzle, trust in your inner space. There's no lies, just understanding. There's no lies, just understandings. There's no lies, just understandings. The song was called Truth or Lie. There's no lies, just understandings. The song that I wrote when I was a kid, Truth or Lie. There's no lies, just understandings. From different standings. From different standings. different standings, perspectives. And this is low-key the wisdoms that I was talking about when I was a kid. I said, there's a lie behind all your truth, because what it means to me, it doesn't mean to you. No. Everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan, a divine puzzle. Trust in your inner space. There's no lies, just understandings from different standings, perspectives. Oh my gosh. I just got a divine revelation. It is kind of like, I feel kind of woozy. I feel kind of sick. I feel a little woozy. I'm not sick, I'm well and balanced. So I have a divine counterpart, right? Or a twin flame. And every human, every being, we're multidimensional. So we exist in infinite different vibrations or different timelines of existence. And whatever dimensions of yourself that you connect with, it's a part of your growth, your evolution, your story as who you are. So I'm intrinsically connected, mind, body, soul, spirit, with my divine counterpart. And we will call it the higher self. His higher self is guiding me in this moment, and I could perceive it, right? I'm like, and I could perceive it more so. I could perceive it more so now. I could perceive it more so now, and I'm just like, must you do this? And his energy was like, I've always only been doing this. I've always only been guiding you. Huh? No, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I have gratitude. Come again? Because it's like he's like literally like thinking for me. He's like, click this, do that, do that. I'm just like, must you do that? It's like his energy is like, I've always only been doing this. And he said, for me, vice versa. For my avatar, vice versa. You've always only been guiding me, vice versa. I tell you why I'm like my jaw to the paper, to the ground, to the floor. Because I've experienced this tangible reality as the dimensions of myself with my divine counterpart, which I've always only wanted to do all of my life. Which this is something that my spirit is like knocking at my heart space and my head to understand. Like, this is a wish fulfillment. I've always only wanted to experience this tangible reality with my person, my divine counterpart, my twin flame. I didn't know divine counterpart twin flame until I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening journey. I got the divine revelation when I was 9 years old, who my person would be, because he was a child actor, child star on a TV show me and my sister used to watch growing up as kids. So I knew my person by face and by name when I was 9 years old. Knew him by energy since I was like 3, 4. I could feel that I had a person. After I watched the Cinderella movie, the Brandy Whitney Houston version, Roger and Hammerstein. After I watched it, I felt in my spirit. 3, 4 years old, I felt in my spirit I had a person. And then 9 years old, I knew him by face and name. 2018, I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening journey when my soul was like, hey, Ashley, you do this, we're going to bring your person in. I did that. The divine doesn't lie. 9, 10 months later, I was guided to message my person on Instagram. I did. And we came into contact or conscious communication with each other. Because we've always only been one, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Due to evolution and paradigms and space and time to play out our story, our awareness, the fact that we've always only been one, mind, body, soul, and spirit, it changes, it evolves, it grows. He's like guiding me to this, do this song. I'm like, must you do this? He's like, I've always only been doing this. I'm like, wow. He's like, you, vice versa, you do the same for me. I'm like, I get it though, because the divine counterpart twin flame journey, which I was told, you know, after when we came into contact 2019, my soul was like, hey, you're on the twin flame journey, you're on the twin flame journey. And it was hard for me to, at that time, it was hard for me to understand this. Now I understand it so much so that I can perceive my person in spirit, which were one mind, body, soul, spirit, guiding me through this session. I was like, must you do this? I've always only been doing this, and vice versa. Twin flame counterparts, the yin and yang, the wholeness. We're yin and yang in and of ourselves, and we come together, we're yin and yang together, or we're a divine partnership to create growth and evolution, wellness and balance. It's like, I've always only been doing this. I'm like, whoa. And I can like perceive his energy and his voice. I'm like, I'm like, whoa, like, must you? It's like, yeah, I've always only been doing it. You can just perceive it more now. You're more consciously aware of it. I'm like, whoa, shoot. Well, why are you more consciously aware, Ashley? Because you healed your inner space from when you felt blistered at the soul from love. You're more consciously aware now because you healed your soul. Healing your soul through the inner space. Whoa, yeah, I have gratitude. My soul's like, you've always only wanted this, Ashley. Yeah, it's true. I've experienced things with his avatar, or his physical body, his physical manifestation. Because our physical manifestations, we're bringing them into balance. Now I'm going to share the wisdoms. My soul showed me, like, y'all's physical bodies, how y'all perceive yourselves is not how other dimensions of spirit perceive y'all, humanity. Like other higher vibrational dimensions that are more, have a greater consciousness expansion, or greater, or a differing consciousness expansion, different conscious awareness of themselves. They are like higher vibrational. They perceive humanity. They can't perceive humanity. They perceive humanity. They perceive us as like moving super slow, and then like not being audible. You know how I'm speaking, and you know my audibility. You might be like, Ashley, you speak really fast. So you might, you know, what your slang. What is that accent? Whatever it may be. The universal forces are like. This is gonna be funny. I don't mean any harm by it, but this is how I perceive. I was shown in my inner space, so I'm sitting here talking all the things. This is how universal forces. This is how the universal forces say they perceive us. I'm sitting here talking like this. They perceive, they perceive us like that, y'all. Whereas, like, what do you like? We think we're speaking. We think we're speaking so eloquently or having a conversation. They're like, y'all move slow. Like, this is how y'all just be thinking y'all. I'm not gonna talk down on this, but they're like, like if you were to like take some like this, like when I was talking regularly, I just did it. So I don't have to explain. I literally just did it. They're like, y'all. Through my inner space, the ancestral forces, universal forces, like that's what y'all look like to higher vibrational dimensional beings with different perspectives of y'all. That's how they perceive us. I say that to say, the way I experience my divine counterpart in this tangible reality, his avatar, and the way I perceive, baby, his spirit that's direct me from my inner space is a different experience. In reality, he's like, I'm just kidding. He's not like that. But like, he be getting on my nerves, y'all. Oh, shoot. They be irritating me. He don't like to take no for an answer. Like, if I say, stop talking to me about this, stop talking. I don't want to have this conversation. If I say, I don't want to have this conversation right now. And baby, you just push. Baby, you don't stop pushing. First off. And baby, I don't text you back about it. We pick up the conversation, baby. 2-3 days, the next day, 2-3 days later, the text message conversation. And you still want to have the same conversation. Like, hey, he want to have the same conversation over and over again. I was like, I don't want to have this conversation. And it's because, like, we're coming out of a society where the patriarch, we're coming out of a society where, you know, men control women. And women, but, okay. This is what it looks like from the surface. When this is what it looks like from the dimension where it's like, right? This is a high bar, because I'm making jokes because we gotta laugh. But I'm very serious. I'm extremely serious. So this is how my inner space, the divine beings, the higher vibrational beings, extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings, ETs, they're like, hey, Ashley, celestial presence, etheric presence. I'm gonna give y'all, okay, so when we're in the dimension, right? Or in our tangible reality, we perceive patriarchs been controlling the matriarch and dominating the matriarch. Higher vibrational understandings, men and women, we've been controlling, dominating each other. Just tit for tat, warring in the ethers that manifest in our reality as whatever we perceive in our reality. But truly, we just been going, baby, warring in the ethers energetically. Just tit for tat energetically in the ethers. Harming each other's, and that's how we created death, disease, war, famine, poverty, and all the other imbalances. Because we were warring, right, or going tit for tat. Simultaneously, we were addicted to that energy. We mistaked it for love. And that's actually lyrics in this song. We mistaked it for love. And we mistaked the imbalance and all the things for love. So respectfully, divine counterpart, twin flame, my other whole. If I say I don't want to talk about this anymore, it's not because I'm being stubborn or prideful. It's because I perceive we're having a conversation it's a non-starter conversation. There's no solution to be had because I don't agree, or what the energy you're presenting isn't in alignment with my soul's wisdom, what I'm being guided to be, act, and embody at this moment. So if I say, no, thank you, I don't want to have this conversation, stop pushing. We're in a space and time where we're all remembering and evolving into our divine wisdoms. Let's give each other the space, the energy, and the respect and compassion to do so. By understanding the way we want reality isn't the way that reality necessarily needs to be. The way we want somebody to show up isn't necessarily how they need to show up for our growth, soul's growth and evolution, for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. And thank you. Higher self, divine presence. That is my divine counterpart, which I'm one with myself, all the things. So, verse 1, everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan, a divine puzzle. Trusting your inner space. There's no lies, just understandings from different standings, perspectives. Let's get the melody on this, y'all. Let's get the melody on this. Let's get the melody. I have the divine remembrance that in order to manifest something in the physical reality, we have to be embodying the energy that matches that manifestation, or truly we project our realities into existence. So I'm like, oh shoot, I can perceive how me and my person are one. His energy is one with me. And I was like, dang, why aren't we together in the physical? He was like, it's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen soon. He's in my inner space. He's like, it's gonna happen. He's like, yes. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's gonna happen soon. We're working through some nuts and bolts, tightening up some nuts and bolts and things. Working through some tighten up some nuts and bolts. And this divine orchestration. Existed within space and time, paradigms, bringing form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation. Everything that's unsaid is a part of a bigger plane. Divine puzzle, just in a space. There's no lies, just understandings. Different standards, perspectives. Everything is with space and time. Existing with the space and time, paradigms. Bring it form to my limitless nature, embodying my divine creation. Everything the sun has said is part of a bigger plane. Divine puzzle, just in your inner space. There's no lies, just understandings. From different standards, perspectives. All right, let's put that in the voice memos, and then we're gonna move to the second half of this verse, where we're really gonna belt some stuff out. Yes, yes, yes. You're aware that you're guiding me too. Now I'm consciously telepathically communicating with my divine counterpart, his avatar. He said he's consciously aware that we're communicating, that he's guiding me. Okay, impromptu therapy session. Ashley, what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you... Oh yeah, he said he doesn't believe in my, he said he doesn't believe in my mission. That's what I'm picking up. He doesn't believe in my, speaking my wisdoms into my podcast, Keynote Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. He has I feel like he has a problem with it. Is this true? Well, I'll bleep his name out. I forgot it's not live. Oh shoot. Look at it. Is this true? Whoa. Whoa, how did that happen? Ooh, transcended. Ooh, baby. When I was in high school and I was experiencing that my ancestors, my soul set up, myself, my higher self set up so I could work through this karma, evolve my energy to more wellness and balance. When I experienced what I experienced in high school with this gentleman that inspired, this co-created this song, at that time I incantated that I would choose him over my person. Because I was in a daze. I know, y'all. And that, by now you know who my person is probably. Ooh, I know, y'all. Ooh, I almost threw my head, took my headphones off and threw them and stuff. I know, Ashley, how that happened. I felt, don't shame and blame me. I'm feeling the daggers right now. The energy, the daggers to the ethers, the shame and blame. Y'all, I've shamed and blamed myself enough over the last few years after I've been in the ethers, healing up and stuff. And even before I got in the ethers, healing up and stuff, like I was like, as I become more consciously aware of my existential nature, my energy, my divine wisdom that I am, that we are. Understanding that everything that we say and do and focus our thought patterns on, it manifests or creates our reality. So when I incantated this, when I'm like 15, 16, I had to be like 17 by this time. I had to be like 17. When I incantated this, and I said I would pick this gentleman over my divine counterpart, I was going through the evolution that I needed to go through, or the gestation, or misalignment with my like home frequency, my soul's frequency, my authentic frequency, my higher self, my soul's limitless potentials, my goddess presence. I was dissonant from my goddess presence or my higher self's frequency because it's what I needed to grow and evolve into who my higher self or my divine presence is. To be my future self, I had to experience everything that I experienced. To be who you are now, you had to experience everything that you had to experience. To be your future self, you have to experience everything you're going to experience between now and your future self. So when I incantated this, I made a mess in the ethers with my divine counterpart journey. Like I made a mess about it, and I've been feeling so guilty. And then I got a divine revelation a few days ago. It's like the ancestral forces were like, hey, before we because my person, he is a notable member of society. If it's not out yet if it's not public who he is, he's a notable member of society, right? And our ancestral forces were like, there's plenty of stuff we asked him not to speak into his music because if we knew you would be listening, Ashley. But he did it anyway, which led to the manifestation of everything that you experienced yourself, including the experience with this gentleman. When you said what you had said, when you said you would pick the gentleman over your divine counterpart, it's like it would create a domino effect when he decided to incantate and speak in his music, but we asked him not to because we knew you'd be listening. It would shape and grow you, Ashley. So I was like, oh. And I've been beating myself about that. I've been beating myself up about saying that. But I was feeling so guilty. I was condemning myself. I'm so sorry, so. I'm so sorry, so. I was condemning myself. I'm so sorry, so. I was like, oh, well, shoot. It's understanding that what goes around comes around. Again, a tit for tat in the ethers. Now what we want to do, and I'll link it below in the description of this lyrical session. Producing of the album Self-Love, A Goddess's Story. In order to, that's a part of the tit for tat. He was saying stuff into his music that shaped me and grew me to a young woman that became dissonant to my soul's frequency and took a path that was out of alignment with my divine presence. But again, everything I experienced was to evolve me into more of my wellness and balance and limitless potentials. Why? Channel this from the soul space. Whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Whenever creation needs something to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. My divine counterpart, he's like, Ashley, go ahead and end that transmission because we need to talk. I hope it's not the same conversation I've been saying no to. Oh, shoot. I've been saying no about, baby, don't push me on this conversation. Shoot. I'm going to link below in the description of this video. I did a oneness connection energetic upliftment. It's a spiritual uplifting healing channel. Spirit healing channel. I channel from the universes of oneness of all things, healing energies and messages, incantations to help us heal different paradigms in our human. I did a transmission with Rabbi Yeshua and many other ancestral forces. We're all truly one energy, manifested as many or plural. I did a transmission where we talk about how we were doing karma wrong as humans. Instead of tit for tat, we learn our lesson for what we garner the wisdoms from what we experience in our relationships and our reality. And instead of being resentful, angry, blaming, shaming yourself or other people, we focus on the wisdoms. We turn the resentment, anger, all the feelings. We deep dive into those energies of feelings like we're doing now for this recording session, but like we do for my music sessions. We deep dive into in all of my channels, we deep dive into our feelings to garner the wisdoms from what we experience. And instead of trading resentment, shame, energies of resentment, shame, guilt, blame, we trade energies of wisdoms back and forth to grow and evolve each other, our reality, our humanism, into more, and all of creation, divine creation, infinite creation, into more wellness and balance. Limitless potentials and balance. We're gonna go ahead and finish up this session. So that's how it's gonna go. The lyric sessions we'll start a little bit of the song and leave the rest for the production session. This is really cool because I get to share wisdoms and story times and all the things in a more intimate setting where it's quiet and peaceful, more meditative. So we have right now, we started today, July 24th, 2025. Existing within space and time. The intro, existing within space and time. Paradigms. Bringing form to limitless nature. Embodying my divine creation. Everything that's done and said is a part of a bigger plan. A divine puzzle. Trust in your inner space. There's no lies. Just understandings from different standings, perspectives. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this lyrical session for the makings of the album Self-Love, A Goddess's Story. Y'all, they gave y'all a lot of, we went through a lot of existential wisdoms, all the things, healing, all the things. Super mystical, beautiful stuff. Y'all are on the channel, Ashley Nicole Music. Subscribe, like, share to join the Ashley Nicole Music journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. My podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, is available to stream for free YouTube and Spotify. I'm also a home chef. Y'all, I enjoy cooking. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. Whatever the ancestors tell us to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We go to the grocery store, we use mystery ingredients. We have a great time, kiki. Sometimes we get divine revelations. We do funnies, we do jokes. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips streaming on YouTube. I'm also an author, y'all. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, a divine gift, divine creation. My divine counterpart channeled these books through me. And my soul told me this. Yeah, my divine counterpart channeled these books through me. It's a 3-part book series. I was gonna say my soul told me this. And I was feeling myself. I was like, feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. So I'm like, baby, I rarely say that. My divine counterpart did co-create the, we are truly one. We co-created the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is Asia's story. Coming on the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm home. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which assist her with aligning to, as well as consciously embodying more of her limitless potentials to project or create a reality that reflects her limitless wellness and balance. The 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel 3-part book series is my other half. My other half is a twin flame divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. 1 soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Every lifetime says that their love can't work. The paradigms, the laws of the land, the consciousness expansion says that their love can't work. The book is prophetic, y'all. Many love stories, 1 book. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, which love, under which circumstances? The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. You can do digital downloads as well as physical copies. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate books, 3 separate purchases, $29.97 plus tax for the $29.97 plus tax for the 3 books. If you're doing paperback for the 3 stories, the first 2 parts, Asia's story, comes in 1 binding. The 3rd part, my other half, comes in its own binding. 3 stories in the 2 books, $29.98 plus tax nonetheless. The links for digital downloads versus physical copies mailed to your home are specified in the links below in the description of this video. I also want to invite y'all to come take part in Asia's Story, the animated series. Asia's Story, the animated series, does stem from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel universe. It's really great. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream for free on YouTube at this time. Link below in the description of this video. I also want to invite, what else do we have? I also want to invite y'all to come take part, experience, watch my live series Out of the Box. It's a gift from the divine, something that I get to share with this reality. It's what we're all experiencing. We're awakening within a dream. Our awakening to remembrance that we are limitless potentials within existence. That is our co-creation. That is also our mirror, which is divine creation that we are one with. I love you. Loving yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truth. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you embody, be, perceive more of your limitless potentials. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asia, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atom's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which there is no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.